Hi, everyone. My name is Smriti P, and I'm a mentor with Magic. I'm also a software engineer at Google. And we're really excited to be interviewing Dhatri and Somya today. They just had the final presentation, and it was fantastic to attend. Let's kick it off with some intros. Dhatri?
Hi, my name is Dhatri B. I'm a 10th grader at Washington High School in Fremont, California.
Thank you. And Somya?
Hi everyone, I'm Somya and I'm currently in medical school right now. I started this year after taking 2 gap years, and I'm really excited to be here today.
Thank you. Dhatri, can you give us a summary of your project this summer?
Yeah, so my project is actually about the brain, and it's just basic facts about the brain, how the lobes function, and what's the names of the lobes, and a quiz about the facts, and an about page. So I kind of use HTML and CSS to create this website.
Very cool. What was your inspiration for this?
My inspiration was my deep interest in neurology. So I want to become a neurologist when I grow up. And this kind of like a really good opportunity to kind of explore that field, learn more about the brain. And yeah.
Was there anything as you were kind of doing research and putting together the content, was there anything that surprised you?
Well, what surprised me was, I guess this is more like a personal thing, but I was really surprised that I enjoyed coding a lot. I, like I said in the presentation, I hated coding before. And so it was surprising how cool coding, because I never really understood what coding actually was. And so when I started coding for the website, it was just awesome to understand that coding is just not like numbers and letters, but creates it creates a lot more pages, tabs, animations, backgrounds, and a lot more.
Yeah, I'm happy you were able to have that experience. It can be so hard to know until you do some of these things sometimes, and there's such like a variety of applications of coding. So I'm speaking from my software engineering hat right now, but cool that you could have that experience, relate it to something that you're interested in, which is neurology, and build a website from scratch. It's pretty cool. So you also incorporated cloud AI. I'm interested in hearing a little bit about how you utilize that as a tool, and what it was like to interact with like this, like an AI generated code.
So AI is not perfect, and it has a lot of like mistakes and imperfections. And I thought it would be a really good base to start off with. It's like the skeleton of the website. And I wanted to kind of just fix those and really kind of enhance my knowledge on coding too, because I would be fixing an AI generated code. And it kind of gave me a deeper understanding of code.
Right. Yeah, that's so interesting because it might not be perfect. So you have to get dig in there, kind of change things around, and then you might want to customize it some other way. So I think it's a pretty unique way to learn this stuff, and it seems like you were pretty successful with that method. So it's cool to see. I think it's a newer kind of approach to these things. Awesome. So, Mia, a couple questions for you on the neurology side. Did you have some background there? What was it like working with Tatri on that?
Yeah, of course. So I do have some background. I took a course at my undergrad institution, UCLA, where I learned about neuroanatomy and we actually dissected a sheep's brain. And so, yeah, it was really cool. So I had a few pieces of advice for that three too. And also while studying for my MCAT, we, kind of reinforced and like recalled a lot of things that I learned in my neuroanatomy class. So I gave Dhatri a few resources to kind of learn more about the functions of the brain, just Khan Academy resources.
Nice. Yeah, there's so many resources online that sometimes narrowing down and finding the right one for whatever like level you're at or frame of mind you're in can be super valuable. On the kind of coding aspect of it, building a website using cloud AI, did you have experience with that? What was that like for you?
No, I actually don't have any experience in coding. So when Dhatri said she was interested in that, I was like, okay, this is going to be a learning opportunity for all of us. And I mean, I have been curious to learn more about coding and just building a website from scratch. Um, so I'm really glad that I got to do that with her too. So Dhatri was learning HTML and CSS, and I also wanted to, of course, help her out and be a part of it. So I also took that HTML course. And my brother-in-law is also he's a software engineer, so he would, help out anytime I didn't have an answer to that three's question. So it was really nice to learn more
That's
about
great.
coding.
That's great. And that's the right attitude, I think. Learning another learning opportunity. And
Mhm.
honestly, learning together is also a unique, great experience to have. So you can see how you're thinking and what happens when you face different challenges and roadblocks, how to do that, how to navigate those things. Very cool. Dhatri, now that you've done this program, what do you have any advice for, people who are thinking about the magic program or just starting their first kind of session with magic?
So one advice I do have is to kind of enter the program with just like a little idea to start off the like project. So sometimes it might take a pretty long time, and like that kind of cuts down on like the short amount of time that magic has. And really, other thing is to just enjoy magic because it has a lot of resources. You learn so much from it, and you meet amazing people like Somya, and it's really a great like learning opportunity. And it doesn't feel more like a school setting. It's more like your own personal interest. And so when it's not a school setting, it's just kind of put more interest to it, and that,
Mhm.
yeah, that kind of creates your project and it calls it yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. You mentioned, I think, one of your takeaways from this when you got to explore neurology. Another thing is that you were surprised that you maybe actually liked coding in certain settings. Is there anything like what's next on your mind? Did this kind of inspire you to take any other steps to keep working on the website, to work on something else?
Yeah, so I do want to make like take this website a lot further. This is really just like kind of like the base to it. I want to add like research about the brain and like some diseases that are happening to the brain and some ongoing cures that are like trying to like cure the diseases. And I just want to be like a small part of all that. And I just want to make this a website kind of like all about the brain. So
Okay. Like a really great, yeah, resource, it sounds like, for people who want to learn more, keep up to date with the latest, stuff like that. Awesome. Very happy to hear that. And Somya, last question for you. Is there anything that you were learning in this kind of session as a mentor and a new mentor that you're hoping to take into your next mentoring experiences?
Of course. So I would say I learned a lot about, mentoring a lot more. I have mentored in the past, but not in this um, fashion. And I think I learned a lot about coding, and I think that applies to other other opportunities where I'll be able to mentor because there were a lot of challenges that the three and I faced while working on the code. Like there were so many moments where we'd run into an issue and then we'd have to fix the code several times, maybe look at a YouTube video to help us figure it out. And I think just using our resources and then eventually getting the code to run and then seeing it like visually on the website was just an awesome, exciting experience. It was so satisfying. So I think I can take that with me to like always continue learning. And I think that in whatever future mentorship opportunity I'm a part of, I know I'm definitely going to meet a lot of amazing people. Like meeting Dhatri was so amazing. I think I have another friend, so I'm really happy about that. And she's amazing and she's going to do amazing things. So I'm excited to see where she goes. And yeah.
Ah, thank you. It's so lovely to hear you both talk about this experience, and how much you've learned from each other and what you're hoping to do going forward. So thank you for the interview today and really excited to see what both of you do next.
Thank you so much, Smriti.